Monaco 2005. Kimi Raikkonen bagged an absolutely insane pole position. Back then it was the aggregate qualifying system, but his best lap of the weekend, a 1:13.644 in qualifying one, was the talk of the town. That was the lap that stood with everyone because of how insane it was, and today we are going to try and beat it. So, McLaren MP420 V10 machine, the last of the McLaren V10s and arguably the fastest car of that season, but extremely unreliable. So we are going to try it and beat that lap. Currently on our lap, getting the tyres warmed up. But before we get into the details and the information, let's go for a quick sound test, especially as we head through the tunnel. So guys, turn it up and enjoy the V10. So there's a little bit of a preview as we head through the old swimming pool chicane complex, which is a lot slower than the current one, hence why the lap time is a 1:13 and not a sub 1:10 like the modern cars. Anyway, let's get to it. It may get scruffy, there's going to be mistakes as Monaco is punishing, and this car is a handful to drive. Into turn one then, second gear, and that inside curb does not feel very nice, so we will not be taking a lot of that. Good save though, as we head up through Massenet. Car is completely stopped right now, so just trying to get a baseline understanding of where this car's at. Into Mirabeau, could have broken a bit later there. We've got traction control on this thing, so that will help. Just basically floor it, and we can just get on the power straight away. This car also should be quite agile through here compared to the modern machines, so it should work pretty well. Bit of a slide through Portier as we head into the tunnel for the second time. So guys, if you're going to enjoy this video, feel free to leave a like. Try to smash over 1,000 likes, and if you're new, subscribe as I post daily content. And I also have a playlist now of this series, guys, on the channel. Anyway, nice little lock up through the Nouvelle chicane. Now through swimming pool. Another little lock up there. But the brake bias is already quite to the rear, so I can't really put it on the front anymore. So we're going to have to try and deal with that. Final few corners, and there we go, up to the line. First bank lap is going to be a 1:16.8. So you can see on the dash 85 litres of fuel, so we are very, very heavy and very overweight, so we'll hopefully trim that down, but we still have to find a good 3.2 seconds, so let's get to work. Time for the second run. We've made some adjustments. So as you can tell on the dash already, the fuel has come down by quite a bit, literally by a quarter. So we're now running literally a fourth of what it was running before, which is a lot better, and the car's a lot lighter. Also, gear revs ratios have been shortened, so of course Monaco style, so super short. I've thrown a lot of wing on as well, and we're now on a set of soft tyres, so this should give us quite a decent improvement. So let's get into it, and let's try to find some lap time. Turn one. Outside left lock up on entry. Got to try and take the less inside curb there. The car does not like it in terms of the balance. Into Massenet, trying to stay tight. That's a bit better. A bit wide at Casino, didn't quite get the apex. Lock up into Mirabeau, but we'll take it in our stride. Use a camber. I've also just turned up the traction control a little bit as well, so you can really get on the power and give it some revs on exits. Bit of a sideways drift there for Portier, but away we go. It's pretty tidy. Nouvelle chicane. 7th gear this time. No lock up, releasing the brake perfectly. Nicely on the power on the exit. Downshift warning as we hold it in full through the swimming pool section. No lock up again, keeping it tidy over the curbs we go at swimming pool 2. Rascas, nice, keeping it tight. Now the car's starting to work a little bit. Final corner a little bit wide there, didn't get the apex. Up to the line. Oh, it's a 13.6. It's a big second lap, really big second lap. Now, I have a bit of an issue with the tyres, I can't find information, and I can't remember from my time watching this 20 years ago, I was too young, what the tyre rules were. So the previous lap was the mediums, this was on softs, and I have super softs available. I think tyres were free to use whatever they wanted. I think it was only the fuel that they had to run race fuel on, but not even this. In Q1 at the start of 2005, in the first qualifying lap, they could actually run the car as light as possible. It was only the second qualifying, or the second part of the aggregate qualifying in Q2 when they had to run race fuel. So I believe I'm free to choose the tyre compound of my choosing. Now, in current F1, there's no more tyre rules or something holding you back from qualifying and race, but just a few years ago, if you remember, in Q2, the tyre you'd get through into Q3 with, you'd have to start the race on. So, again, I don't know if back in 2005 there was a rule in place, but we're going to try the super softs in this run and see if they can work. Although I think the soft may be better because of the overheating, but let's give it a go. Attempt number 3. I've made some further adjustments, as you saw with the tyres when I was on super soft, so this is the softest available compound. I've also increased the front and rear wing some more, and I've also shortened 7th gear a little bit more. So now we're going to see, I've also cut the fuel load in half again, so from 20 litres down to 10, and we're currently on 8. So this is near enough, pretty much flat out qualifying settings and as fast as the car can go. So let's see, I reckon we can beat the lap on this one if we keep it clean. So, turn 1. No heroics into Sandoval, we keep off the inside curb, and that was a lot better. Up the hill, super bumpy. Into Massenet, a bit wide this time. Get Casino, there we go, get the car into the gully. Back end, getting loose, lock up into Mirabeau, up by 4/10 in the first sector. Rose hairpin, locking the left front. Beautifully done. 48, get off the brake to not slide. Nicely done. Right, can we now nouvelle like the last time and try not to lock up too heavily? Oh great, good change of direction. Car's super agile compared to the modern machines. To back, keep it in 4th, through the swimming pool. Swimming pool 2, keep it in 2nd this time, see if that works. Oh, back end is fighting me all the time, but this has been a superb lap. Final corner, a little bit wide of the apex again. But that felt incredible. Oh, smashed it. A 12.7. Whew. I ain't gonna lie. I could just play that without me on it and just play the sound, and that could be the lap. But I'm gonna give it a shot and see if I can go a bit quicker. Oh, it's getting fast, it's getting good. I'm really enjoying this. This car is insane to drive. Just stop it. Stop it. That is ridiculous. I'm happy with that. That is a very good lap. That was perfect. I don't know. Besides brushing the wall at Tabak on the Armco on the right, That was very sweet. Very, very sweet. The first 2 sectors pretty much were perfect. I'm not even going to lie, I was watching the lap back in the replay and it looks even better. With the original proper cameras, it just looks so good. These cars, for me, were the prime of Formula 1. These cars were the best. Anyway, setup for this one. Let's go through it. So, gears. I ran the shortest overall ratio possible and I brought the 7th gear in by 1 extra click. Tyres, super soft and pressures on default. They weren't overheating. We had pretty good tyre temp. Fuel, in the end, 6 litres. I think 5 you could try and risk and go for a slow out lap, but I wanted to build some temp in the tyres, so I went for 6. Electronics was set to number 2 on traction control, which is the second highest setting, number 1 being the highest and 0 being off, so I left it on 1. Aero, I actually went really high, 17 on the front and max on the rear, which is 10. Then alignment was default, dampers default, drivetrain also default. Brake bars to 55, but 56 for turn 1. I found that helped a bit with the balance of the rear end, and then the rest of it is completely stock. But guys, that was Monaco 2005, and that is going to be another W in the win column. Deep down, and right now that video is doing really well on my channel, I would love to redo the Singapore one. I feel like I could find a bit more pace, but who knows. Either way guys, hopefully you enjoyed this one. Like the video, let's try and smash over 1,000 likes. Subscribe for more daily F1 content on my channel as I'm nearing the 100,000 mark, which is almost there. As always, a big shout out to the channel members for supporting, and finally, check out down below guys in the description the mods. I'll leave them linked down below. Also check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them already. But guys, thank you for watching and I'll see all of you in the next one. Until then, take care and that's goodbye from me.